I'm Sarah, and I've been the family disappointment for 25 years. While my brother Michael got everything new cars, college tuition, business loans I got lectures about responsibility and bus passes. Last Christmas changed everything. My parents called a family meeting about securing our futures. My heart raced thinking they'd finally treat me equally. Dad turned to Michael with a huge smile. Son, we're giving you a house. 4 bedrooms in Riverside Heights. The down payment is $250,000 plus closing costs. Michael hugged them, glowing with joy. Then Mom turned to me with a patronizing smile. And Sarah, we have something for you, too. She pulled out a crumpled piece of paper. A lottery ticket. Maybe you'll get lucky. The room went silent, except for Michael's barely contained laughter. A lottery ticket. $5. While my brother got $250,000. I memorized those numbers through my tears. 07, 14, 23, 31, 42. Powerball, 18. Not because I thought they'd win, but because they represented my exact worth to my family. 2 weeks later, I watched the drawing. First number, 07. Match. Second, 14. Match. My hands shook as each number hit perfectly. When they called Powerball 18, I couldn't breathe. I'd won $134 million. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of telling them, I kept it secret. I wanted to see how they'd treat me when I had the power to change everything. But they didn't know it. I hired lawyers, claimed the prize anonymously, and walked away with $80 million after taxes. Then I watched. My family's treatment got worse. Michael threw parties just to show off his house. My parents visited him constantly while I stayed invisible in my studio apartment. 6 months later, at Michael's birthday party, my uncle pulled me aside. Sarah, your parents are worried you'll be their financial burden when they're older. They think you'll never amount to anything. That night, I decided it was time. I quit my job, moved to a luxury condo, bought a new car. When they asked how I afforded it, I said, good investments. They were too wrapped up in their own problems to care. Michael's business was failing, and my parents were draining their savings to support him. Last Christmas, exactly 2 years after the lottery ticket incident, we gathered around the same table. Everyone was stressed about money. Michael complained about his mortgage, my parents worried about retirement. I stood up and pulled out my phone, showing them my bank balance, $80 million. The room went dead silent. Remember this? I pulled out the framed lottery ticket. Your throwaway gift, your way of showing me how little I mattered. This won me $134 million. Dad stammered, why didn't you tell us? We could have helped you manage it. I laughed coldly. Helped me? Like you helped me through college? Like you helped me when I was struggling while you bought Michael a house? Mom started crying. We always loved you. No, you didn't. You saw me as a future burden. I've spent 2 years watching how you treated me when you thought I had nothing. The money didn't change who I am, it revealed who you are. I gathered my things. You made your choice about what I was worth. Now I'm making mine about what you're worth to me. I walked out and never looked back. Michael lost his house when my parents couldn't keep supporting him. They drained their retirement trying to save his failing business. Meanwhile, I built the life I always wanted. Traveling the world, buying my dream home, starting a foundation for underprivileged students. My family gave my brother a house and tossed me what they thought was worthless paper. They were wrong about which gift would change a life forever. The universe has a twisted sense of humor, and sometimes it comes with a price tag of $134 million. Sometimes the best revenge is living well. Sometimes it's letting life do the work. And sometimes it's watching the people who threw you away realize they just tossed aside a fortune.